Today we will discuss about the psycholinguistics. First of all, we will define the hybrid term psycholinguistics and look at the main goals of the two disciplines. Then we will examine the main branches of psycholinguistics in more details. Here is how we will proceed. First of all, we will look at the central definition of the two component parts of this hybrid term. Then we will look at the main branches of psycholinguistics and their goals. And finally, we will concentrate on the main branches of the field. Let's look at some definition first. Linguistics is defined as the scientific study of language. And psychology, the other term, signaled by the mind. Here, psychology studies scientifically the human mind. Now, psycholinguistics is the combination of the both. The goals are to study the psychological and neurobiological factors that enables humans to acquire, to use, to comprehend, and to produce language. Well, let's briefly look at the linguistics. First of all, to see where psycholinguistics within linguistics can be located. Now, here you see the main branches of linguistics. Everything that has to do with sound. Well, phonetics and phonology are the main branches of it. If you want to investigate the structure of the sentences or words, you are concerned with the morphology or syntax. And meaning is the big area. Where you look at the words, meaning of the sentences or even the meaning of utterances, semantics and pragmatics are these two branches of linguistics. Now, linguistics can be defined is the both of scientific study. Basically, it can be the combined with the number of you might call hybrid disciplines that introduce their scientific approaches and combine it with the linguistics. For example, sociolinguistics. Sociolinguistics deals with the position and the use of language in the society, dialectal variation, and all sort of things. Historical linguistics basically looks at the historical development of language and some historical cultural influences maybe. And computational linguistics, everything that do with the computers, things like speech processing, machine translation, and many more are dealt with the computational linguistics. Well, so here is our main term, psycholinguistics, psychology and linguistics. One of these hybrids of the combinatorial discipline that combine two fields with their insights with linguistics. Well, here are the main branches of psycholinguistics. The central questions are, in language processing, for example, the question is what happens in the human mind when we speak or when we listen. What is going on? What are the central processes? And mechanism underlying is very complex activity. In language acquisition, we are looking at young children and ask the questions, how do they learn to speak? Or how does a child acquire his mother tongue? And last but not least, in neurolinguistics, we are no longer concerned with the human mind like in language processing and language acquisition, but here now the physical counterpart of the mind, the main brain. And the central question is, how is language represented in the human brain? So these are the main branches of the psycholinguistics.